Don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand up. Nope, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
You know, when Disney acquired Fox, we got the rights back to hundreds, thousands of our Marvel characters. And Deadpool, and Ryan was the most enthusiastic to do it. Deadpool had been 2 incredibly successful movies for them. And we started conversations about how to do it, how to bring him into our cinematic universe. And he had great ideas for it. And we were trying to figure out the right time and the right placement. And then Hugh Jackman called Ryan and said, I want to come back as Wolverine. And that is what solidified our path to the movie everybody's about to see.
Here's the thing. Everyone assumes that we were sitting there crafting this team up between Deadpool and Wolverine, but we didn't have Wolverine. When we started off, and for months, for like 5 months, we tried to come up with a story for this movie. But remember, Wolverine was retired. Hugh Jackman had hung up the claws after Logan. And so we spent months with our fellow writers trying to come up with a story that felt worth making, and not just a repeat of Deadpool 1 and 2, deserving of the MCU, because it's the first Deadpool movie in the MCU, but also grounded and rooted in character as a Deadpool movie. And we weren't cracking it. We were failing. And we were going to tell Kevin Feige, you know what? It's not happening. Let's punt a year or two. Ryan and I will go do something else. We'll come back to this. And on that day that we were going to tell Kevin Feige, Hugh Jackman called. And instantly, the movie had a reason to exist.
There were a lot of questions when Marvel Studios was going to do a Deadpool movie if we would keep that R-rated tone. And the answer from the beginning was absolutely yes, because those 2 movies had set a tone remarkably well and stood alone, and in part of their unique element was that tone. So we certainly weren't going to undo that. So we wanted to see how we could take that tone with Ryan and elevate it to even bigger, loftier heights.
The funny thing about when Ryan asked me to direct this movie is that he assumed I would say no. I was so instantly stoked. I don't know how else to put it. Like, I was a Deadpool fan and a Marvel fan long before I met Ryan Reynolds. And so I was thrilled, I was flattered, because I know what these movies mean to Ryan. And the fact that he was saying he'd only do it if I did it with him, I know the respect that is embedded in that request. And I was instantly excited to take on this challenge, which I knew would be big, but I also knew would be an opportunity to do something different.
Shawn and Ryan had a great history together and made a bunch of movies together. So Ryan asked him to come on board, and we liked that idea. We'd not worked with Shawn before, but we're a fan of what he had worked on. But having the chance to get to know him and his enthusiasm and his care of the craft every day on set, and every actor will say this, was special. And he was always first on, last out. He has an energy that is matched only by Ryan. The 2 of them carry the entire production on their shoulders. And Shawn had a great ability to take what Ryan had already done in the first 2 Deadpool movies and what we had done with our 30-plus MCU movies and blend it together into something that's very cohesive and emotional.
When you're directing Ryan and Hugh in this movie, when I was directing Ryan and Hugh in this movie, and I'll never stop feeling fortunate that I got to be the one to get this pairing, you're getting 2 layers of a gift. One is you're directing Hugh and Ryan, who are humble, talented, hardworking pros. So just getting to direct these 2 movie stars who have, peerless work ethic and professionalism, that was a gift. But you're also directing Deadpool and Wolverine. You're crafting scenes with icons. And the thrill of that was never lost on me. Even by month 3, month 4, I still bounced to work because I got to see legends come to life.
Ryan Reynolds is one of the most full-rounded, well-rounded, intelligent filmmakers I've ever had the privilege of working with. Producerially, his writing, of course, his acting. He cares about all of it. And I think there's a sense that people have that Ryan just, you say action and he just starts telling jokes. And he does. But before that happens, he spent months or years toiling over the script and toiling over the conceit of the movie in a very, very detailed way. Ryan and Hugh have been talking for years about working together and about bringing those two characters together. Hugh tells a story that he announced to the world just before he started production on Logan that this would be his last time playing the part. And he said 3 days later he saw the first Deadpool movie and went, uh-oh, that'd be fun to do. But, you know, they focused on Logan, thankfully, because they made an incredible movie there. And I think years had to go by. You had to earn and keep the ending of Logan intact until you until Hugh was comfortable coming back. And the whole storyline of Deadpool and Wolverine is about maintaining the integrity and the legacy of what happened in Logan, and yet utilizing some of what the MCU has with our multiverse agencies to bring another version of the character back. Hugh Jackman's been playing this character for 25 years. And he's covered a lot of grounds, done a lot of great things from the comics. But there was one thing he'd never done, which was don the original yellow and blue costume. So it was one of the very first things we said to each other when he decided he wanted to come back was, we have to put you in that yellow suit for the first time. And seeing him on set in that was a very sort of career high for me. I think as people have seen in the trailers and the TV spots, the humor will resonate, the action will resonate, but most importantly, it is the friendship of those two. And it is the arc that they go through together on the movie that is full of joy and optimism and love that really will be the takeaway. And I think it will surprise people how emotional it is when they get to the end of the film.
The movie is as relentlessly, subversively fun as we want and expect. But I think that fans can look forward to something a little more unexpected, which is, yeah, you're going to laugh your ass off. Yes, you're going to cheer at the sick action. But this story of Deadpool and Wolverine is ultimately one of connection. It's one of friendship and eventually of redemption. And so the movie delivers on the fun and the funny, but I think it also delivers on these characters and on heart. And I think that's another part of what people can expect.
I think audiences can expect to laugh, which I think they know is going to happen in a Deadpool movie. What I don't think they will expect is the level of emotion and how sweet the movie is and how touching the movie is. And that's what I'm most excited for them to experience.
My hope is that audiences feel that we've delivered a movie built for their delight. I don't work for myself. If I wanted to work for myself, I'd write poetry or I would paint alone in my room. I work for the audience. I make movies for the audience. And so my hope is that this movie satisfies this hunger we've all had for decades to see these two iconic Marvel anti-heroes together on an adventure for the first time ever. And hopefully we've satisfied that hunger. And hopefully we've done more than deliver. Hopefully we've over-delivered, because I know the expectations are big, but our expectations of ourselves as a filmmaking team were even bigger.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yes!